So now I can go ahead and begin. All right.
Deep breath. You're gonna be awesome.
Welcome everyone to the opening ceremonies of the 2014 Summer State Games.
Okay, I guess stop.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Nip. Come on, Nip. Welcome everyone to the opening ceremonies of the 2014 Summer State Games. I would like to introduce my co-MC for the evening, Olena Hugh. Olena has been working as a reporter and anchor at KHON2 News on Fox since 2007. She started as a general assignment reporter, and she has been the Wake Up Today morning co-anchor since 2009. She has won several awards for her feature and spot news reporting. A graduate of Hawaii Pacific University, Olena holds a master's degree in communication along with a bachelor's degree in speech communication. A proud magna cum laude graduate of Kapa'a High School, Olena was raised on the island of Kauai by a single mother. Olena keeps busy as an active volunteer and devoted fundraiser for Special Olympics Hawaii, Life Foundation, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Honolulu, and Ronald McDonald House.
Thank you so much, Kyle. Now, I would like to introduce my co-MC. This is Kyle Fujihara. Kyle has been with Special Olympics for 4 years as a Hilo High School Viking athlete. He has participated in bowling and track and field. He runs the 100-meter dash, the running long jump, and shot put. Kyle has competed at many area and state games and has won numerous ribbons and medals, and he especially likes the gold ones. Kyle is in his second year as Hilo High School's YAC representative. When serving as a Project Unify representative, he does many school presentations, as well as going into his community to spread the word of acceptance and respect for individuals with disabilities. Kyle is everyone's best friend because he's so friendly. He enjoys watching wrestling during his spare time, likes to kick back and listen to his favorite tunes. He also loves helping others and jokes about being his teacher's personal assistant someday, but for pay. Because he's so good at remembering all of her appointments, schedules, and events, something he says that he always forgets.
Mahalo, Olena. I would also like to introduce our sign language interpreter, Evie Tamashio. Evie, thank you for being here today.
Now, before we welcome everyone this evening, it is with heavy hearts that Special Olympics Hawaii mourns the loss of two of our ohana. Betty Sam, who passed away on May 14th. Betty and her husband Gordon, just last year, were inducted into Hawaii's Hall of Fame for their lifelong commitment to the Rainbow Delegation. Betty's dedication, nurturing, and guidance were an inspiration to all. Ron Barboza, who passed away on May 24th, was the loving husband of his 50 years to his wife Jerry and was affectionately known as Dad to the law enforcement torch run Ohana. Hawaii's law enforcement torch run was named after his son, Troy Barboza. Troy was a dedicated Special Olympics Hawaii coach and an HPD officer who was killed in the line of duty in 1987. Ron and his wife Jerry were committed to the athletes of Special Olympics Hawaii and the entire law enforcement community. Let's please observe a moment of silence to honor them all. Thank you. Let's now begin our opening ceremonies by welcoming the families and friends of our Special Olympics athletes, coaches, volunteers, and sponsors. We have an eventful evening ahead of us, so let's begin. This year, we would like to start with the athletes and coaches who will be representing Hawaii in the 2014 Special Olympics USA Games. Please welcome our Hui o Hawaii team who will be participating in bocce, swimming, and track and field. The Special Olympics USA Games will be hosted in New Jersey, June 14th through the 21st. Nearly 3,500 athletes will compete with the support of 1,000 coaches, 10,000 volunteers, and an expected 70,000 family members, friends, and spectators. So good luck, Team Hui o Hawaii. The parade of athletes is being led into the stadium by the Kukui High Marching Band. The Hui o Hawaii team members entering the stadium are Matthew Akaka from Waianae, Marcelino Galdones from Honolulu, Kalani Gonzalez from Pepe'ekeo, Leslie Ann Ham from Honolulu, Nicole Inoue from Kaneohe, Shannon Nakamoto from Honolulu, Nikilani Rojas from Makawao, Reese Sakima, Blaine Sardina, and Michelle Shanahan, also from Honolulu. Dalen Toribio from Curtistown, and Faye Torres from Kahului.
This year, we have almost 1,100 athletes and coaches from Oahu, Maui, Kauai, Molokai, East Hawaii, and West Hawaii participating in our summer games. Our first delegations entering the stadium are from Honolulu, Central, and Windward, Oahu, with Area Director Jennifer Ernst.
Please give a warm welcome to the Central Honolulu athletes from Anuenue, Central All-Stars, Dole All-Stars, the Ducks, Farrington High School, Fern Elementary, Goodwill Ohana, Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind, JAF Screaming Eagles, Jarrett All-Stars, Ka'ala Junior Mules, Kaimuki High School, Na Ali'i, North Shore Wave, Pirates Sports Club, Po'okela, the Rainbows, the Terminators, Waialua Bulldogs, Waimalu Warriors, Washington All-Stars, and the Washington Eagles. Kyle, are you waiting for your school?
Now, can I give them a big yell out to them for Hilo High School? So I can start now? And now please welcome the Windward athletes from Ahuimanu Elementary School. Castle High School. Kamali'i Koa. Windward Warriors. And WISP. I'm used to spelling out the letters.
Wisp. Next are the delegates from the Garden Isle of Kauai, my home island, led by Area Director Jocelyn Bariga. Here are the athletes from Chiefess Kamakahele. Please welcome the athletes from Kauai High School. And also from Kauai Honu. And also Kauai Lanakila. This song's always good to get people going. Everybody?
Come on, Nip.
Hey!
Under Area Director Olga Gu, here are the delegations from Leeward, Oahu. Highlands Intermediate School. Leeward Jaguars. Ma'ili Sports Club. Mauka Sports Club. Nanakuli'i Intermediate School. Nanakuli'i High School. The Spartans. Team Eva. Waianae All-Stars. Waianae Dragon Sports Club. And Waianae Intermediate.
And stepping up to the plate, welcome the delegation from the island of Maui, led by Regional Director Adrian Lorion. Horizons Academy. and Maui delegation. Ooh, I like those shirts for the Kauai people. Very nice. Very green, matching my dress. All right, please welcome next up the delegates representing the Friendly Isle of Molokai. With them, their area director, Rita Kalahiki.
Yeah, I've done this before. Like last season's one. Here comes the delegations from West Hawaii, led by Area Director Denise Lindsay. From Kona delegation. Oh, I can't wait for this. Hey.
And finally, after a very long wait, put your hands together for the East Hawaii delegations with Area Director Lisa Pana. Welcome, Hilo Explosions.
Please welcome the athletes from Hilo High School.
Also, the delegation from Honoka'a High School.
Oh my God, Miss Tracy.
Welcome, the Red Waves.
Right there, they're coming. I can see them right there with the banner, the yellow banner.
Yay!
That's all of them. All the athletes in the Unified Partners.
Awesome. And also Waiakea.
What did he say? Right in the front?
Yeah. What color are they wearing?
Huh?
What color are they wearing?
Blue and gold tonight. So when I see him, I'm going, yay, Hilo High School. Hilo High.
Let's hear it for the athletes of the Special Olympics Hawaii 2014 State Summer Games. We also want to say mahalo to the Kukui High Marching Band. Put your hands together.
Good luck to all of you in the upcoming games.
So Kyle is a little biased. He's rooting for blue and gold today. Here they come.
I can't wait to give a big shout out to my team.
You can give a shout out to your team. It's okay. There's a little blessing coming through right now as well. There they are.
Yay, Hilo High School! Good luck, Hilo High School, in tomorrow's competitions.
He was very excited to see you guys.
Thank you, Miss Nishimoto.
See, you're not nervous anymore.
Okay, so for where's the
On nip. Hey, Hilo High School.
Where did they go?
Hilo High, they must be all proud of me. Everybody walking up. Some of them left their jackets. Some of them left their jackets in the dorm. Some of them they just dropped their jacket. Listen to this.
Even more famous now. How are you today?
Kyle, I'm Todd.
How are you?
I'm good.
Everything good for you guys?
Yep.
Okay. I'll just back up a little bit. All right, we'll see you guys. Thank you, folks.
You're welcome.
Oh, they're doing a wave.
Oh my God, there are people like to stand up and dance.
All right. We're ready to start dancing. I saw the wave making its way around. Let's see if we can get it started again.
Hopefully everybody can see my hand.
There you go, there you go, there you go,
There you go, there you go.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
Yeah, watch out for Hilo High
Here we
School.
go, here we go, here we go. It's coming back. It's coming back.
Looking for stand up and me too.
Good one. All right. Well, at this time, we would like to welcome Kahu Sherman Thompson, honored Kahu from Kamehameha Schools, who will give our Oli to bless these games.
Aloha, everyone. Let us take a moment in thanksgiving. Eternal and Holy One, assemble this night and join together in the spirit of Ohana and Aloha, our athletes and people of this land, for the Special Olympics Hawaii 46th Annual State Summer Games. With appreciation in our hearts, thank you for bringing us together this day in these opening ceremonies to mark this State Summer Games 2014. Embracing the values of our kupuna, we acknowledge with thanksgiving your care and aloha for all your people and the opportunity to develop athleticism, fitness in body and mind, and allowing us to demonstrate our gifts, our talents, and skills with friendship and aloha. As athletes and coaches, athletes alongside one another, and athletes along with their ohana, may these games be that source of inspiration to all to improve our well-being and inspire us in the spirit of Onipa'a to be steadfast in all we do. Mahalo to all of the many sponsors and volunteers who make these games possible. The University of Hawaii at Manoa, the State of Hawaii for being good hosts with opening their facilities to us. May we continue to be surrounded by the light of wisdom and compassion that transcends all boundaries, and may the spirit of aloha and ohana prevail in our hearts to bind us together as one family, one people. May your blessings watch over these athletes and games. Save them from all harm and pilikia, and as we connect our hearts this day, may we be illumined by your spirit of love and compassion that transcends us all. Makainoa kamakua. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Kahu Thompson, for the wonderful Hawaiian blessings of tonight's festivities.
All right, we now have an exciting performance from the reigning World Fire Knife Champion for juniors. Get ready. Hale Motua Puaka is with us for a very special performance. Put your hands together. Hana ho! The World Fire Knife Champion for Juniors, Hale Motua Puaka, with a hana ho. Double knife fire. It's kind of hot in here now, yeah? Hale Motua Puaka, 14 years old from Aiea, your World Fire Knife Champion for juniors. Thank you, Hale. That must make for some interesting conversation on the weekends. What did you do? I played with fire and fire knives. All right. Well, now that we're all riled up, let's also get you ready for something very special. We'll have the presentation of the colors by the Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam Navy Detachment Color Guard.
There. Please rise and remove your headwear for the national and state anthems sung by Tioni Tamsing.
Oh, say, can you see by the last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets recollect the bombs bursting in there gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Hawaii ponoi nanai komoi kalani ali ke ali makua lani e kameha meha e na kawa e pale me ka ie makua lani e kameha meha e na kawa e male Neka ie.
You're welcome. Thank you, Tione. Please remain standing while the colors are being retired.
Well, makes you proud to be an American, doesn't it? All right. Now, I would like to introduce Mosiah Navarro from East Hawaii Explosions. He will entertain us tonight by performing Living in a Sovereign Land by Israel Kamaka Viva Ole.
This is for the Hawaii and East High and all the Hawaiians out here. I will represent 3 of these wonderful coaches Coach Jay, Coach Les, and Coach Teresa. This song where I'm playing is from Israel Kamakabo Ole, to remember him of his Hawaii. The celebration of Palace Bound, people need to know what's going down. We're not all Blue Nation, we're not all Senior League, or Highland Nations. There's got to be free, living in the Sutherland, living in the Sutherland. Highland people come together as one, our future generation under the sun. Sing his song of freedom, sing his song of love. Living in the Sutherland, living in the Sutherland. Our children, this is to know, home and down 100 years ago. If you be the man, you can take the land, what you can and the truth away. Leave it in the Sutherland. Leave it in the Sutherland. Brothers and kiddas, following and right. Time to do what the know is right. What's been taken must be returned. Give our children a they deserve. Leave it in the Sutherland. Leave it in the Sutherland. Our children, this is to know who went down 100 years ago. If you be the man, you can take the land, what you can and you choose. Oh, man. Leave it in the Sutherland. Iwamanalo, leave it in the Sutherland. Dani nai nai, leave it in the Sutherland. Dani kikaha, leave it in the Sutherland. Leave it in the Sutherland. Mahalo for everybody for bringing me here. Thank you.
All right, that was Mosiah Navarro from East Hawaii Explosions with his version of Living in a Sovereign Land by Brother Is. I'd like to give a big mahalo to all of our honored guests over the in the bullpen area at Cheer for Champions who are watching the opening ceremonies live on the big screens. We especially want to say a shout out to Jade Ching, Kat Wallen, and Lori Miano for all of their hard work making this event such a huge success. Through their efforts and the efforts of the board of directors, Cheer for Champions is on its way to raising $100,000 for all of our athletes and programs. So all you folks in the cheer bullpen, make sure you spend a lot of money on the silent auction tonight. Let's give the entire board of directors and all of the cheers folk a big round of applause. And speaking of supporters, we'd also like to welcome a few people to the stage. Mr. Bill Haywood, Mr. Tom Weber, and Mr. Peter Coxon from Hawaii Independent Energy. Tom is a Special Olympics Hawaii board member and vice president of the Kapolei Refinery. And as you know, Hawaii Independent Energy is a proud sponsor of these opening ceremonies. It's also a mission partner of Special Olympics Hawaii tonight, and they would like to present a check in support of our new sports and wellness facility that will be built in Kapolei. So let's give them a big round of applause for the many years of support they have given to our athletes, all of you, and of course the program.
Well, first of all, we need to give another big round of applause to all the special athletes and the Special Olympics here tonight. Let's give yourself a big round of applause. I just want to say aloha, and we are so proud as Hawaii Independent Energy to be a sponsor of this event. The 46th annual Summer Games for the Special Olympics of Hawaii. Wow, that is tremendous. Let's hear it from it. It's great. Some of you know us as Tesoro. That was the old company. We'll still market under that name, but we're now Hawaii Independent Energy, and every company is only as good as the people that work there. We have a lot of committed employees, and a lot of them are here tonight. You will find them at every charitable event, everything that needs help, and they're here to help. And we also want to say thank you for everything that you do for us, because watching the Special Olympics is just phenomenal. The commitment, the effort, the preparation for these games is really, really motivating. I have been there a couple times, and I'm not a stranger to this event. I was here 8 years ago to help kick off the Summer Games, and a lot of our folks have been doing it a lot longer. We have a 25-year relationship with the Special Olympics of Hawaii, and again, we're just proud and honored to be here tonight. So our folks love to volunteer, and we also want to support you financially and continue that support. And I have Tom Weber, who's on the board of Special Olympics, and Pete Coxon here behind me, who's our COO of PAR. And tonight, we know there's a big structure that's going to be built in Kapolei. It's part of the health and wellness building for Special Olympics next to the Kroc Center. And we are just thrilled to be able to contribute, and if you turn this around, $80,000 to the building of this new structure. So with that, we'd just like to say mahalo and have a great time at these games. They're going to be tremendous. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. What an awesome gift. All right, now I have a question to ask each and every one of you out there. Are you a fan of Special Olympics? Right on. Well, guess what? You can also join the Special Olympics Hawaii Fan Club and be the spark that ignites others to join the movement. Now, it's a small monthly contribution, and you can make an important difference to Special Olympics athletes. Reliable revenue means Special Olympics Hawaii can offer sports training, competitions all year long, free of charge for our athletes and families. So for just $5 a month, you can get a limited edition I'm a Fan women's tee or men's polo. For $10 a month, you can get either the Special Olympics Hawaii umbrella, or for $25 a month, you can get this very cool chair. And it folds. So convenient. Most importantly, what you get for being a fan is providing the satisfaction of giving continuous support to Special Olympics Hawaii athletes. You can visit specialolympicshawaii.org, or you can also visit the Ohana table at the entrance to Murakami Stadium. All right, we've got some special guests on their way. Now, if you would like to, we're going to welcome Namaka Opu'uwai Aloha. They're going to perform Pua Pua Nakama for you live on stage.
Oh, there. Okay.
Again, welcome Namaka Opu'uwai Aloha.
Thank you again to Namaka Opu'uvai Aloha. Now please welcome Poliahu Purdy from Molokai. Poliahu was Female Athlete for the year of 2013. She will give the athlete's oath.
Repeat after me. Let me win,
Let me win.
but if I cannot win,
If I cannot win,
let me be brave in attempt.
let me be brave in attempt. Thank you, Poliahu. And now representing all officials for the 2014 Summer Games is Nina Nakaahiki, Executive Vice President and Partner of Elite Parking. Nina served as the head official in today's softball individual skills competition.
Aloha! Okay, in the name of all judges and officials, I promise that we shall officiate in these Special Olympic Games with complete impartiality, respecting and abiding by the rules which govern them in the spirit of sportsmanship. Let's give these athletes a hand. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. One of the most anticipated movements of the evening. We want to give another round of applause to the Kukui High Marching Band. As you can see, some very special guests entering the stadium. Okay, Kyle. You can go for it.
It is now time for the most anticipated event of our opening ceremonies.
For the past 17 years, First Hawaiian Bank has been the presenting sponsor of Special Olympics Hawaii's largest grassroots fundraiser. The First Hawaiian Bank Troy Barboza Law Enforcement Torch Run. Since its inception, law enforcement officers from around the state have raised over $6 million for our Special Olympics athletes. Torch runners from law enforcement agencies across the islands have been carrying the flame of hope throughout the state for the past 28 years in honor of Special Olympics coach and HPD officer Troy Louis Barboza. In 1986, Troy ran in the first Hawaii law enforcement torch run. The following year, Troy was tragically killed while in the line of duty. He had just turned 23 years old. Tonight, bringing in the flame of hope is Honolulu Police Department Deputy Chief Marie McCauley, along with members of the law enforcement community from every island in Hawaii. Each one representative present at the front of the stage. Put your hands together for your law enforcement officers from across the state of Hawaii.
Nolan Martin, my friend. Hey, Nolan.
All right, torch runners, the torch has made it to home plate. And now, Honolulu Police Department Deputy Chief Marie McCauley will accompany Nolan Martin from the East Hawaii Explosions. Nolan was Male Athlete of the Year for 2013, and he will light our Special Olympics cauldron.
Thank you, Deputy Chief McCauley and Nolan. Please join us for another round of applause to all of our Guardians of the Flame for their continued support and dedication to Special Olympics Hawaii.
And also want to thank each and every one of the torch runners out there. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Now we need everyone's attention because we have something that is very important for the future of Special Olympics Hawaii. And as you know, to continue the effort to serve and expand opportunities for our athletes, Special Olympics Hawaii is in the process of building a brand new sports and wellness center in Kapolei. Located next to the existing Kroc Community Center and UH West Oahu campus and one of the first rail stations. Well, we have acquired the site through a partnership with the Department of Hawaiian Homelands and are in the process of raising the capital fund for the construction that will begin this fall. It will be a home for athletes, families, and coaches, and this beautiful facility will be there for you to train, to learn, and to be a place for you to call your Special Olympics home. Never before has Hawaii had a permanent home for our Special Olympics athletes and programs. And with that in mind, tonight we have a great friend of Special Olympics here to make a very exciting announcement.
First, I'd like to invite up to the stage our President and CEO, Nancy Botello, and our Board Chair, Todd Apple. And also Gary Sloven. And now I am honored to introduce our very special guest. He has been a great supporter of Special Olympics Hawaii for decades. He served as a board member for 9 years and has been a great friend to all of our athletes, coaches, families, and friends. He has served our state in Washington, D.C., and has since returned home to continue his leadership as the governor of the state of Hawaii. Athletes, families, and supporters, I am proud to introduce the Honorable Neil Abercrombie.
Mahalo, thank you. How about a big hand for Robert Hoffman from Hawaii Independent Energy? He's the one that created the fabulous torch. Come on, take a bow, Robert. Come on out there. All right. Thank you very much. I was saying to Nancy Botello this evening and to Todd and Gary and all the board members, we could not have imagined when Special Olympics was first getting underway and Nancy Botello was out saying to us that we had the opportunity to have all of those with challenges, with intellectual and other disability challenges, that we would ever be able to gather in the stadium like this and fill the stands. We never thought for a moment that at that time, that we'd be in a capital campaign such as we're in right now. This is our opportunity to say to the world that while we had no sports facility, while we knew that we needed to have a sports facility, that we had the opportunity to have a Special Olympics Sports and Wellness Center on 2.5 acres of land out in Kapolei adjacent to the Kroc Center, that it would be for multi-purpose sports and education and fitness and a wellness facility to provide accessible facilities for all those with the challenges that Special Olympics face. So it is with a great deal of pleasure this evening, I can assure you as a former board member and supporter all these years, a great deal of pleasure for me to announce tonight that I have just released $1,500,000 to sign off on the new Sports and Wellness Center, and pleased to present the check to Special Olympics this evening. It's a big check, and I know you folks are matching it out there this evening with your participation. The operational fund, I know, is approaching $100,000. It means that Special Olympics and everything that Special Olympics means to everyone here is going to take its rightful place at the center of attention in the new Sports Center. And so I now have the opportunity to thank all of you who came here this evening to change lives. I thank all of you this evening that worked with the law enforcement torch runners to carry the flame of hope all the way from Fort DeRussy here to the stadium to raise that operational money. And so it is a great honor for me, a privilege for me, to declare at this point that the brave are about to do the best that they can. I now declare the 2014 Special Olympics Hawaii State Summer Games officially open. Let the brave begin the games.
Thank you, Governor Abercrombie, and thank you for the great news. Everybody give a big round of applause to our governor and that amazing big check. That brings new meaning to a big check. I always wanted one that big. Doesn't matter the dollar amount. All right. Well, this concludes our opening ceremonies program. And once again, we would like to thank all of our opening ceremonies performers, our mission partners, Hawaii Independent Energy, First Hawaiian Bank, Hawaii News Now, Walmart, and the Troy Barboza Law Enforcement Torch Run. Also, thank you to our year-round partners, American Medical Response, the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, Parallel Capital Partners, and the Honolulu Star-Advertiser, and our gold medal sponsors, Aloha Air Cargo, Hawaiian Cement, Hawaii Independent Energy, Matson, and Nordstrom. And finally, a big mahalo to my co-MC, Kyle Fujihara. He did great. Yeah, give him a big round of applause. It's been a pleasure emceeing with you. Best of luck in your future endeavors. Go Hilo High School.
Thank you, Alana. I had a great time with you as well tonight. But the night is not over yet. Tonight, we are lucky to have the musical sounds of Ho'okani Bands for your entertainment. Ho'okani Bands will take a few moments to set up. Let's hear it for the Ho'okani Band.
Thank you, everyone. Have fun. Be safe. Ahui ho.
Check. Torch runners, just a quick announcement. We do have pizza on the way. They're stuck in traffic, so they'll be here as soon as they possibly can. Torch runners, so like I said, pizza's on the way, but they're stuck in traffic. They'll be here as soon as they can. Thank you guys for running super hard. There's tons of water. Coaches, heads of delegations, area directors, we do have our staff meeting in 15 minutes upstairs in the hospitality room here at Les Murakami Stadium. Personally, I'd like to thank all the staff here at the University of Hawaii, thanks to Stadium Manager Glenn Nakaya, and for all the facility staff for letting us use this fantastic facility. We hope you guys had a great time tonight. We've got some entertainment for us. Athletes, as soon as you start hearing the music, you know that you're allowed to come down here and dance your hearts out, and the music will be kicking off in just a few minutes. So thanks, everybody, and again, coaches meeting for our heads of delegations in 15 minutes upstairs.
Two, 1, 2.
Waiting in van in G. Oh, good. You got my list. No. You can let me know what it is then. Yeah. I don't remember what key we're going to do. One.
Aloha, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the kickoff. Here's a little Jason Mraz for all of you. Well, you done to me and you bet I felt it. I tried to be true, but you're so hot that it melted. I fell right through the cracks, and I'm trying to get back. Before the food run out, I'll be giving it my best taste, and nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn, hey, to win some, learn some. I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and then you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family. It's our God-forsaken got to be love, 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 love. Let me hear you. I won't hesitate no more. Oh yeah. I'm sure there's no need to take our time. It's short, this is I'm yours. Do 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 I've just been away too long, tricking my tongue in the mirror and bending over backwards just to try to see it clear, but my breath fogged up the glass. So I turned a face and laughed. I guess what I'm saying is to win the better reason to hurt yourself and vanities and just the winter seasons. It's what we aim to do. Our name is I've heard you all the time. Yeah. late at night. I'm taking you home. I'm taking you home. I still wanna stay. You say you wanna be alone. You say you don't love me. You can't hide your desire. 'Cause when we kiss, ooh, fire, fire. You gotta hold on me right from the start. You're so tired of putting apart. The girls all jumping, acting like a fool. The kisses they burn, but your heart stays cool. Romeo, yeah. Samson and Delilah, baby, the love they didn't deny. You would say split, but your words they lie. 'Cause when we kiss, ooh, fire. All right, here's another kill.